Derby.
Great day for Smurfs today. It's Blue Monday. They'll be celebrating like you won't believe. But how are you feeling? Are you a little bit down? Yes, Blue Monday, the unhappiest day of the year. And here to try and rectify this are Deborah Hudson and Denise Tooley Okonkwo from LOL Laughter Works. Does it really work, girls?
It does. It's amazing.
Can you sit next to them, nearer to the mic?
Sorry.
I've told you before.
That's the first time anyone said that.
Can I just say, has anybody ever said to you, Denise Tooley Okonkwo, got any quo?
They should do, because then they'd know how to spell my name. You were spot on with it. I loved it.
And I love you as well.
Yes, love
Do you
you
know,
too, Twiggy.
it's National Hugging Day today, so before you go, we're going to have a hug.
Oh, we love to, yes. Whether
Blue-
you want it or
on-
not. Hug time.
Listen, yeah, oh, by the way, what's on your kitchen table?
On my kitchen table is a lot of anti-fracking paraphernalia.
Oh, like banners and
Banners,
stuff like
posters,
that.
petitions,
so it's
stickers.
a load of clutter. And what's on yours?
Lots of computer stuff, PlayStations, because my children, we all do it round the kitchen table.
But yeah, you don't use it to eat on then.
Well, it was one of two things, either spend time together or eat together, so we've done that.
Right, okay, let's move on then to Blue Monday. First of all, you thought there was going to be a bit of a disaster in the car park because they couldn't find a space, and then when there was a space, some little so-and-so nicked in. Didn't they?
They did. That's what we were just laughing about, because we had this plan. We'll just sit and wait. And then we did, and we thought, right, we'll just drive into it. And as we were driving into it, somebody went straight into that space. It was hilarious. Very funny. Loved it.
You see, I like the way you looked. You see, for me, that would have been a negative. That would have been an anger moment, an issue for me, where I would get seething. And in younger years, probably would have got out the car and gone and had a word. Not now, I'm 62. At that point, you should say, Twiggy, you don't look it.
You don't look it.
Thank
What a
you.
shock.
What is Blue Monday then? What, is there such a thing, or does this not exist in your world then?
There is such a thing. Well, statistically, it's the time where after Christmas, there's that lull and people start realising that they've had bills from Christmas and they start to feel a little low about it because they realise it's all over, it's cold, all the festivities are over as well.
And for a lot of people, it's been 5-6 weeks since they've had the paycheck, because you get it early for Christmas.
Hey, tell me about it.
It's an exceptionally long month.
And
of course, there's the darkness, there's not much sunshine, cold. It gets everybody down.
And I've got a very expensive wife to run. Very. What can we do then? Because in all seriousness, let's not joke about. Because some people, with the SAD syndrome, with the dark nights, like you were saying, and I know the nights are inching out, but they are actually just inching out.
Yes.
And it started for me because I don't like dark nights. I don't like to come to work when it's dark, and I don't like to go home when it's dark. And I know a lot of people do genuinely suffer with it. How do you bring yourself out of it, girls? Because you are laughter experts.
Well, you need to... Part of it is getting outside and getting that light and enjoying the moment, enjoying being outside, enjoying taking those deep breaths, enjoying just put some nice positive thoughts into your head and just enjoy the moment, because happiness can be a little tiny thing. It can be those moments. So we don't have these things that go off and go, happy, happy, all these banners and people going, oh, yes, it's happy time. Sometimes happiness just creeps upon you without you knowing.
And there's been studies done between laughter and exercise. There was a base group that had neither, and the findings were that laughter is as good as exercise for releasing those feel-good natural endorphins that you feel that your body makes during laughter or exercise.
Do you two tend to... I'm trying to get to the point of finding out what it is and how you do it. can you look at a sad and a bad situation? Do you always try to put a positive on that?
Yes.
Rather than
Yes.
it bringing you down,
Yes.
is actually to reverse it and try and put a positive on it.
Yeah, I mean, it's about mindset. Now, a lot of people think, oh, it's all so fluffy, thinking positive, but it helps build resilience. So if you can think positively, and if you can find the humour, and sometimes you have to.
Oh, I
make
can
yourself
find
laugh.
that, love. Sorry, I shouldn't have called you love. That's not allowed, is it?
Oh,
No.
Between us, it is. Twiggy, yes. But if you can find something to laugh about, if you can't, laugh for no reason, because you will get those endorphins.
And your brain is like any other muscle in your body. It needs to be exercised. We all know lifting weights to begin with is hard. And then after time, it becomes easier and easier. Your brain is exactly the same. Switch in your head, and it does take
I've got a phrase for you.
concentration.
I'm going to give you one of my famous phrases. On a Saturday, we do one of these lateral thinking questions, and I'll let you use this for your... Train your brain.
That's fabulous.
Lovely.
Yes.
Hey?
That's exactly it. You've
Fabulous.
got it. You've got it. You have to think about those thoughts that you're concentrating on, because if you don't think about the positive things, then you start ruminating. And then everything appears to be worse than it
That's
is.
it does with me
We do have a
sometimes.
choice of what we think about. And really, if we're going to look after ourselves, let's think about those positive things.
You see, with me, everybody thinks that I'm a wah, ha, 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 ha kind of character, but there are moments, and I chew over, in my head, if I've got a situation, I chew it, and I chew it over and over and over, and then I think of something bad. And then from that one bad thing, it's like a little bud springs
Yes, a
out, and
little
I've got two
seed.
bad things,
Yes.
and then I've got three bad
Yeah.
things.
So at the start, you think, okay, this is how I'm going to get out of this situation, of this low mood, and you start to think about it. But actually, we all know that really, really doesn't help. It doesn't help, because, like you say, it just spirals out.
And when people are on their own, and we have a lot of listeners, and I know, the radio or the TV that's what they've got.
Yeah.
That's kind of it. They don't see anybody. Like my dad didn't, apart from me and my brother. It was him, and he was on his own. And that and it just everything compacts on it.
On
And
top,
then
yes.
the situation is worse.
And loneliness is a real big issue in today's society. And don't get us wrong, we know it is hard to do. We've been in situations, like really upsetting personal situations, that we've found the humour in and laughed our way through it. And we do appreciate it is hard for people. But if you can, like Denise was saying, laugh for no reason and really go with it. I know you feel silly, but go with it. You will thank yourself for it, because it's like the quality of food that you put in your tummy. We all know the quality of food you put in your tummy has a benefit to your whole system. If we have the same with the thoughts that we put in our heads, if we can put positive, happy thoughts in our heads, our bodies will grow from it in a positive way.
And we deserve to feel good. We deserve to have these positive emotions.
You could be a hypnotist.
We are.
We are.
Your voice then, when you went down a tone then, and I was floating, girl. I was floating. I was nearly with you. I was like looking to my eyes.
Anything to make you feel those benefits.
Listen, you see, she did it again. Anything to make you feel those benefits. Look into my eyes.
You don't know a nighttime job.
I know.
Anything to make you feel those benefits.
I tell you what, 5 more minutes and I'll be giving her my PIN number.
Keep at
You've
it.
already given me the PIN number. You just
Listen,
didn't know.
why do you wear purple? Is purple a colour that gives off happiness?
It's our favourite
Because when
colour.
you first walked in, I thought Barney the dinosaur. It's that kind of shade of purple.
It's our favourite colour. I know this is. We even have matching tattoos.
Yes, we've got matching
we
tattoos.
have.
Yes.
It's that is our happiness zone.
Right.
We're two peas in a pod,
Yes.
and that is why we work really well
Well, you're
together.
two happy peas in a pod.
We are,
Yes, we
thank
are.
you.
I'm going to play. Do you like Aha, Take On Me?
Love
yeah,
it.
yes,
Please.
Morton Harker.
Oh, I'm really glad you said that. Because here's Katy Perry. Love laughing.